Welcome back to another episode of Thunder Road Running. This week we're in San Antonio, Texas, as you saw, working out with the UIW men as they prepare for the NCAA regional meet. Now, being a fringe team, they definitely have the roster that it takes to go and qualify if they have a good day. They pride themselves on running as a pack. They pride themselves as being a lunch pail roster, meaning guys who kind of go unnoticed that have developed into something special, and they are running with a chip on their shoulder. They were kind enough to let us come in, have an inside look at what that 7 days out workout looks like as they prep for the big one. Enjoy, y'all.
Men, we're gonna do a shorter AT like we have been. If you've noticed, we've been cutting the ATs down a little bit as we've gone through the season and in the peaking phase. So instead of 6 to 7 miles, now we're going down to 5. So we're gonna do 5 miles steady state. At 2.5, this is gonna be a little different. Right at the halfway point, we wanna do a hard 30-second surge. And then we're gonna finish with 4x200 at the end, 4x200, 200-meter jog, similar to what we've been doing. The goal is to be on the tempo part for the women, AT part for the men is to focus on being smooth, really efficient, zoning into the pace, and being as efficient as we can with the pace. All right, let's start with our hurdle mobility and then let's take off on the warm-up.
Yeah, conference was very much of a business trip. Just go there, get stuff done, save as much as we have for regionals, because regionals is the main race we've been talking about all year. But it was fun. It was nice to kind of show everyone where our fitness was at, even though if it wasn't 100% our real effort. It was a good place. It was a really good finish, best finish in UIW history, one of the top finishes in Southland history. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was good to pack up with the guys, but we're just always looking on to the next thing. So we celebrated, had fun, but forgot about it the next day and moved on.
You can see this guy, he's the little DJ. I bring my speaker sometimes, but yeah, whenever he gets here, I know it's a step away. He's the one who decides the vibe. So we all like his taste of music. Sometimes it can be a little too vulgar, a little too, but you know, it's what gets us going.
They're about to warm up to Almost Basin Park. It's a park that we run at pretty often. But it's about 1.5 miles, but they'll do a 3-mile loop, so they'll come in the back of the park, and then do a few dynamic stretches, do some accelerations, and then we'll be ready to roll.
Good?
All right.
On y'all.
We don't do that, bro! He's alive!
It's very rewarding. That we've had a very great team atmosphere for a long time here. We've got a big group. We've got 21 guys. We've got 33 total in the cross-country program. Really what sets them apart is they truly, genuinely love each other. They just have that team environment. It's really important to them that they nurture it. So it was just it was awesome to see that come out at conference. And now we can really hone in on, let's go to A&M, let's go to the regional meet. We feel like we're better at the 10K, the longer the event, the better. And we can keep that pack mentality, and let's go for it, man. I mean, nobody's gonna beat Arkansas. They're ranked, I think, second in the NCAA. But that second spot, you know, it's a toss-up from 4 or 5 schools, and we're in the middle of that. The heart of our program has been just the overlooked guys. Griffin Neil, who ran 9:55 in the 2 mile in high school. I mean, our goal this year is to break the conference record, which is 13:30 and change. So I could tell him, Griffin, we're gonna go 120 miles a week over the Christmas break. He's gonna do it. We're lucky because we have guys like him that love all the guys on the team, and then they see what he does and how hard he works, and it just sets the tone for the whole team. Chris Daniels is a senior. Chris is a competitor, and that's what really defines our guys is they know how to race. Once the warm-up starts, that guy's locked in, and he's a warrior, and he really set the tone for the guys going into the conference meet. Another one is Eric Pana. You know, he's a senior. He's from Conroe High School. Signed him. And then he had to have an ankle surgery season his senior year. He had a pretty major ankle injury, had to have a tendon reattached. We call him Dad. You know, all the guys are his sons. Even Chris is his son, and they're the same age. So it's a joke we have on the team because Eric is very mature beyond his years, but they love him because he has such a good heart. And that just, it brings such a great atmosphere to the team.
No need to search.
4.5 miles split.
We're at 0.65.
Hey, yeah, good run.
Hell yeah.
Stay.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that part.
No.
400 to go.
You said 400?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'll do this one.
I'll go Kiwi. Hell yeah.
You shake Kev?
Yeah. Hey boys.
And we have 4 200s, right?
Yeah. 4 200s?
Yeah, I think so.
Goal.
I got 5 to go.
No weights today. When we get back, Coach Mack is gonna be there. He wants to do a check-in. So we're gonna check in with Coach Mack for about 10 minutes. So we'll give him our full attention, tell him how conference went. I know he's talked to some of y'all and he's talked to me a lot about it, but so that's all we got. So we'll do a mental work when we get back and then we're done. Okay.
So a lot of people don't recognize, especially if they're not runners, they don't recognize the importance of the mind in sport. And so we just work on some practical tools that kind of help our athletes flip the switch and not engage in some of those self-defeating thinking patterns and move on. So sports psychology's come a really long way. I think in the past people thought if you had a mental skills coach or a sports psychologist, there was something wrong with you, right? Or you had some sort of performance issue. And while there is some of that, obviously there's part of that in our work. The vast majority of our work is just people who want to kick ass more consistently. All right, guys, eye contact. Eye contact, quiet. We're working on our focus right now. This is going to be difficult, but we're going to grind through it, okay? We're going to do a meditation. We're going to do a race meditation. Guys who are going on to your meet next week, we're going back to College Station right now, okay? If you're not going back to the meet next week, we're going to put ourselves at another race. But we're going to grind and we're going to work through this, okay? Despite hell's bells. Because sometimes hell's bells are ringing and we got to fight through it, right? So let's practice. Eyes closed, lie down. Everybody, all right, let's spend the first minute getting centered, come back to the present, work on your breath right now. Eyes closed, work on that breath. Now I want you to slowly shift your focus, and we're moving to our next meet. We're moving to College Station, or your last meet, whatever that may be. As you put yourself at College Station, remember the unique characteristics of that location. Remember the track, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the emotion that you felt at that meet. Let's see and feel that performance. Now I want you to notice a difficult moment that you had in that race. And I want you to practice flipping that switch right now. How do we re-engage? How do we refocus? Practice that right now and see yourself kicking ass. Okay, guys, that's it. You'll have a great weekend. Let's bring it up. Let's go.
1, 2, 3,
Cardinals! I told you.
So this is a normal post-workout for the group. They're all eating together. Breakfast is their favorite meal because they can have omelets made. You see Ethan got an omelet made, and fresh omelet, fresh fruit, fresh yogurt. So this is their hangout.
Just honestly, like my family, like my grandpa was one of my biggest running inspiration. He passed away my senior year of high school. It's bigger than me, but also it's my family, my teammates, like everybody back here. But a lot of it comes internally. It's just I had to answer the hard question, like why am I still doing this? It's a rare opportunity, and I'm blessed to be here. So it's like I'm not. Once you got a hold of something, you can't let it go. Because once this is done, I'm gonna start working. I'm gonna be wearing a suit and tie. So this is a rare opportunity. So I'm not gonna let it. I'm not gonna let it slip away. I'm not one to do that. It gets better. Keep going. It's cliche, but there was times where I'm getting emotional thinking about it. I couldn't. My dorm room was right here. I was sitting in bed. My friends were all having fun, talking about practice or having a good time. But I was laying in bed. I couldn't move my legs. I was laying in bed. So just keep going. Just get better. You're doing a good job. Keep your head up. It's a lot of stuff in school, social life. It's a lot. I still have to balance it to this day. So it's a lot. Everything.
True words of wisdom there from Eric Pineda, coming off of that major surgery his freshman year, and keeping the faith. And in his case, it was years. It was years that he was figuring it out, going through the PT, coming in and out of running until he finally found a rhythm again. And I think that's something that resonates with everyone as far as what it's like to be in that dark place of injury and having that doubt, will I be better again? Will I get back to being myself again? While remaining faithful that it will happen. And, it is a very short time that we have to compete in this sport. And I just thought he nailed it. So for all you guys out there in that same scenario, keep the faith, keep grinding. It's a very small window of time that you have to compete in this awesome sport. And I promise you, on the other side, whether you succeed or not, you'll always feel good about chasing it, right? It's a very noble pursuit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, keep Thunder Road running in mind when it comes to athlete testing and online coaching. We train the individual, and we not only train the body, but we train the mind as well. In the meantime, y'all, train smart, run fast, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.